The tension among undocumented immigrants in the United States has reached an all-time high as Donald Trump makes a historic return to the White House. His presidency is once again marked by a strong anti-immigration stance, and within hours of taking the office, he has already signed a series of executive orders aimed at cracking down on illegal immigration. Now, this sudden shift in policy has sent shock waves, in fact, waves of fear through the immigrant community, particularly affecting the 7.25 lakh undocumented Indians currently residing in the US. Now, these individuals, many of whom entered legally and later fell out of status due to visa issue, are now living under constant fear of deportation. With Trump's aggressive rhetoric and stringent policies, the next few years could be extremely challenging for them. The United States is home to over 11 to 14 million undocumented immigrants, a population that includes a significant number of people from Mexico, El Salvador, and India. Trump, however, believes that the actual number is much higher, between 20 to 25 million, and he has repeatedly called it an invasion. He has long maintained that illegal immigration poses a major threat to national security and economic stability as well. During his first speech after being sworn in, Trump made his stance crystal clear, stating that we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will not be invaded, we will not be overrun. From tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we start taking the actions. Now, his words signal a dramatic shift from the more lenient immigration policy of Biden administration and confirm that undocumented immigrants will face heightened scrutiny and deportation efforts. Indians are currently the third largest group of undocumented immigrants in the US, following Mexico and El Salvador. As per reports, Mexico has the highest number of undocumented immigrants, estimated to be around 40 lakhs. That's 4 million. El Salvador follows with approximately 7.5 lakhs, that's 7,50,000 individuals, and India ranks at third with 7.25 lakhs. Now, unlike many other undocumented immigrants who cross the southern US border illegally, most Indians initially enter the country on legal visa, such as H-1B, F-1 or tourist visa. But later on, they overstay due to their visa backlog, joblessness and other complex immigration hurdles as well. The majority of these individuals have lived in the US for years, contributing to the workforce, paying taxes and raising their families. However, with Trump's return, they now find themselves facing an uncertain future. Trump's new immigration strategy involves a multi-phase deportation plan. His administration has outlined a clear process for targeting undocumented immigrants in phases. The first target will be immigrants with criminal records, which account for approximately 6.55 lakhs individuals. These individuals, according to Trump, pose a direct threat to national security, and his administration plans to deport them as soon as possible. Then comes the second phase of deportation that will focus on 14 lakh immigrants who have already been issued deportation order, but they have been remained in the country. Now, this category includes individuals who have exhausted their legal options and are simply waiting for immigration authority to act on their cases. Then there is the final phase. The final phase of Trump's plan involves other undocumented immigrants, including those who are awaiting asylum decisions and individuals who are currently protected under various immigration relief programs. Currently, only 40,000 undocumented immigrants are in detention, but deporting even this relatively small number would require at least 150 flights. To remove the 1.4 million immigrants who already have deportation order, the United States government would need over 5,000 flights. The logistical challenge of these mass deportation plans are immense. But Trump remains really firm on his belief that removing illegal immigrants is necessary to restore the country's sovereignty. Immigration enforcement agencies such as ICE, the full form is Immigration and Custom Enforcement, are expected to ramp up operation in the coming months, leading to more raids and detention. Many Indian immigrants, particularly those awaiting green card, working on H-1B visa, or simply living as undocumented migrants, are deeply worried about their future. A large number of Indians fall into vulnerable immigration category, such as asylum seeker, individuals with temporary protected status, and those converted under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival program. Now, there are around 26 lakh, that's 2.6 million asylum seekers in the US, many of whom are from India and other South Asian countries. Additionally, 11 lakh, that's 1.1 million individuals, have temporary protected status, including many immigrants from Nepal and other Asian nations. The DACA program currently protects 5.4 lakh undocumented young immigrants who were brought to the US as children. Another category includes 8.5 lakh individuals who were granted humanitarian parole, such as refugees from Afghanistan and Ukraine. These groups are now facing an uncertain fate as Trump has vowed to dismantle many of these protective programs. Now, Trump's latest executive order includes several key announcements that directly impact undocumented immigrants. He has vowed to put an immediate stop to all illegal entries in the US, reinforcing border security and deploying military personnel to prevent unauthorized crossing. Additionally, he has promised to reinstate the Remains in Mexico policy, which forces asylum seekers to stay in Mexico while their cases are being proceeded. Another major change is the end of catch and release practice, which previously allowed undocumented immigrants to remain in the US while awaiting their immigration hearing. Trump has also announced that drug cartels will be classified as terrorist organizations, giving law enforcement agencies more power to combat illegal drug trafficking and human smuggling. Furthermore, he has invoked the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, which allows the government to remove foreign criminal gangs that are responsible for increasing crime rate in American cities. Now, for many Indians in the US, specifically those caught in the green card backlog, facing H-1B visa uncertainty, or even living as undocumented migrants, the coming years would be extremely difficult. The US immigration system is already highly complex, and Trump's policy will make it even more challenging for immigrants to stay in the country legally. While some individuals may be able to adjust their immigration status through employer sponsorship or asylum claims, many others could face the possibility of deportation. Indian community organization and migration attorney are now working tirelessly to help those at risk by offering legal assistance, information sessions, and community support. Indians living in the US must take proactive steps to protect themselves now. It is very important to stay informed about immigration policy and understand one's legal status. Those who are undocumented or stuck in visa backlogs should seek legal counsel to explore their options. Avoiding legal struggle is also essential, as even minor infraction could increase the risk of deportation under Trump's strict policy. Exploring alternative visa pathways such as investment-based visa or employer-sponsored green cards could be actually beneficial for some. Additionally, staying connected with Indian community groups and advocacy organizations can provide much-needed support and resources during this uncertain period. The future of undocumented Indians in the US remains uncertain, but being well-informed and prepared can make a significant difference. With Trump's immigration crackdown already in motion, thousands of Indian families may soon have to make life-changing decisions. The impact of these policies will not only affect individuals but also their families, employers, and entire community. The coming months will be crucial in determining the fate of undocumented immigrants in the US, and for many, the only hope lies in navigating the complex legal system and seeking support from advocacy groups. If you are an Indian immigrant in the US, what are your thoughts on these new policies? Share your experience and insight as the country enters a new phase of immigration enforcement.